Let's start. And the next thing, this migration, you are tasked with creating an Azure virtual machine. So the game is nothing but we are using the server in our offices. It was on-premises services, but in this cloud we are using the VM. The VM is nothing but this is a virtual machine. Virtual machine is the server. So we are creating the server for the our running our applications and doing our jobs using the virtual machines. Now go to the Azure virtual machines. Use the existing resources group. VM name must be data center.vm and should be South Central US region. Use Ubuntu 24.04 LTS and the VM size must be standard B1S. Attach the default network security group that allows inbound SSH 22. Most of the port number of SSH is called port 22 and we are using the web applications. That time we are using the HTTP. HTTP is nothing but we are when we are using the web application in the server, we are using the HTTP inbound rule. The rule port number is 80. So we are only attaching the inbound rule SSH rule and attach it that the GP storage disk of a standard HTTP and everything will be default. Now we need to log in Azure portal. Open the login. In this our cloud environment, we need to create the virtual machines. You can see here in the Kubernetes services and the virtual machines, VMs, app services, and storage account, SQL database, Cosmos DB. We have a lot of services in our Azure. You can see here lot of services in our cloud platform. Now we go to the VM. Here no virtual machines to display because we did not create any virtual machine. So create a virtual machine. Select the virtual machine. You can see how the virtual machine is best for lower traffic workloads, testing, or to control or highly customized apps, OS, or file system. If your workload or traffic starts to grow, a VM can later be attached to the virtual machine skill set. This is the virtual machine skill set. This is the building scaling, performance optimizing, load balancing, and batch management for 1 to 1000 VMs. So we are using virtual machine skill set for we are many VMs we are control it will be automatically. So we are only using the one VM. So selecting the virtual machine, select the resource group, and virtual machine name should be as it is given in the task. This is the data center VM is the virtual machine name. Give the name. They have mentioned South Central US. Region should be South Central US. South Central. The region is not nothing but We are working with many clients. They have US client and Middle East client and every client. So they have the Azure have more than zones. They have availability zones. So in the availability zone, they have most of the regions in South Central region, East US region, Central US region. They have mentioned lot of regions in the Asia Pacific, Southeast Asia, and Asia Pacific, Australia East. For UK means UK South, Africa means South Africa North. In Asia Pacific, now you can see Asia Pacific, East Asia, Indonesia, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, and everything is in Asia Pacific region. In Canada, Europe, and everything in as it is West India, South India. So we need to select the region in our nearby region because the VM is running without a slow, so that we are selected the region nearby region because the data center is available in that region only. So we select the South Central US as per our task, and after use the Ubuntu 24.04 and everything will be default as it is. Ubuntu server 24.04 they are given already. LTS. Okay. The VM size must be standard device. Actually, in this task, they have given the only the mentioned VM size. In that the other task, they did not mention the VM size, but we need to select this VM only because it's only the one CPU, 1 GB memory. It costs only very low comparing to other sizes. You can see the comparison is available. The cost is also they have given. You can see here. In this, you can select BMS. You can see this is the one CPU, one GB RAM, and also it is cost is 9.13. And if you select B2 means it will cost of $36 because it is 4 GB RAM and 2 CPUs. This is the storage server. This is the your server's CPU and RAM of the GP. You can see here every server have the own cost. In this series, you can see this is the $8 because it is 8 GB RAM and 2 CPUs. So the cost is based on your CPUs and your RAM of memories. And data disk is 4 data. So you can select B1 as it is in the task. In further task, you can select only the B1s. Next task, you need to select the B1s only, but they did not mention the size of the server, but you need to select standard B1s only. Now go to the standard V1s. VM size already selected. Attach default network security group. Actually, this is default network security group. Leave it as it is. You can see select inbound rules. This is the inbound rules. HTTP is using for the web server. In using our internal purposes, we are using HTTP. If we are using the uh, public publicly hosted for the like we are publicly hosted, we are using the HTTPS. This is allowed to the public the secure HTTP. So that we call the HTTPS. Most of the websites we have used HTTPS only. For internal use, we need to use only HTTP. And go to the next. We need to select disk size is they have mentioned 30 GB storage disk. We need to select 30 GB storage. This is default. Need to select standard SSD. They have mentioned only standard SSD. So many selected. And everything will be leave as it is. Click on next. Click on next. When you click on next, and review and create. Now you can see here the beyond microservice. It will be charged 1 hour 0.0125 USD for the 1 hour. Create the VM. We have a private key. Download private key because we have create the keeper. So it will be asking the create download the keeper. So download the keeper, and after only it will be created. Using keeper for the SSH login. Now our VM is created under creating. Deployment is in progress. It will take 1 to 2 minutes. Now deployment was succeeded, and go to the resources. Here you can see the VM was created. This is the public key. This is we did not create the DNS, so they did not mentioned. You can see the location, South Central, and the size of DNS 1 CPU, 1 GB RAM. And this is the VM name or computer name. Now our OS is Linux. Now our VM was created. Now task is finished. Check and confirm the task. Thank you for watching.